Wendy Davis, tell the folks your position with the Democratic Party.
I am Vice Chair for Campaigns and Finance for the Floyd County Democratic Party.
All right. Obviously, you also served a very prestigious honor for the Democratic National Convention this year.
Well, actually, I was recently elected to represent Georgia on the Democratic National Committee, and that's a 4-year term that started the day after this year's convention and goes through the convention in 2016. I'm very honored to represent Georgia on the National Committee.
Well, let's jump right into it. The elections are this Tuesday. We're going to go over each of the political folks on the Democratic ticket, and we're going to just ask you your opinion on these.
Great.
Let's start right away with County Commission Post 3. That is Rick Garrett.
Right. Rick Garrett is running for Post 3 of the County Commission. Rick is a firefighter and feels very strongly about public service, and this is his way of stepping up. He said he didn't like to see anybody go unopposed and thought that people should have a voice and a choice.
Why should he be elected?
Because again, he comes from a very honest place, you know, working man and a public servant, and has some good ideas for how to keep our county moving forward.
Next position is going to be County Commission Post 2. That is Gary Harrell going for that position.
Right. Gary is a young businessman. Innovator is the way I see him. I think there are a lot of things that Gary can bring to the office in terms of trying to move the county forward, in terms of embracing technology and making the different agencies of county government more accessible and responsive to the citizens' needs. I think he'd be a great plus to the community with that.
What makes him a viable candidate, obviously, against a long-term opposition incumbent?
Well, you know, it's difficult because, frankly, a lot of people aren't particularly engaged in the very local elections. So, I mean, both gentlemen know it's an uphill battle, but it's a fight worth fighting for.
The next position we're going to talk about is the school board with Everett Ballard.
Right. Everett is a small businessman, and also sort of after his first retirement, he went and worked for the county school system, and now he's retired again, seeking this post. He, again, is a local person from this community who would like to make sure that our schools are continuing to improve and move forward.
What makes him the better choice than the current incumbent?
Well, I think our incumbents on the county school board have been there a long time and are sort of clicking along, but not necessarily looking to do anything different. And I think it's time to shake things up a little bit.
Very good. Moving along, we're going to talk about sheriff now. One of the 3 incumbents on the Democratic ticket, Tim Burkhalter.
Right. Sheriff Burkhalter has done a really fantastic job in the sheriff's office. His big star, in addition to the star that's on his badge, is he has worked with his team and done all kinds of additional training and gotten the sheriff's office here in Floyd County a national accreditation, which is huge. It puts our sheriff's office in the top 3% nationwide in terms of being prepared, and he does a super job making sure that our jail is where criminals and those who've been accused are safe, but also that we're safe from the ones we need to be safe from.
Moving to the next position, another incumbent is for the clerk of court, Barbara Pinson.
Barbara Pinson. This is she's just finishing up her first term and is seeking re-election for the first time, and she has really brought that office forward. Frankly, it was probably in about the 19th century, and she's brought it into this century, upgrading the computer equipment and getting so many of those records that are important to so many people in the community online and easier for people to access. I think she said there was a proposal that if they had contracted it out, it would have been something like $50,000 or $60,000 to do that project, and those resources just weren't available. So she's, you know, told her people to work a little harder, and they've done it in-house, and I think by the end of this year they're going to have something like 50 years of records that are accessible online for the local community.
Finally, Barbara Massey Reese, State House, District 12.
Well, I can't say enough good things about Representative Barbara Massey Reese. She is obviously had a career as an educator and has done, I believe it's 14 years she's been in the legislature representing Northwest Georgia. She does a remarkable job. She's such a good woman and so even-spirited and thoughtful. People respect her, and she easily works across party lines and makes sure that the needs of this community, and I mean this community at large, are taken care of, and has done a great job for us, particularly in education, looking to protect the Hope Scholarship, and again, making sure that the state is thinking about rural communities like ours.
One question that popped in my mind, you mentioned education. Obviously, a lot of folks are talking about the amendment, the charter school amendment. What is your opinions on that?
Well, I've said very strongly and very clearly, and thank you for the opportunity to say it so often on your website, that we should vote no on Amendment 1. And all of our candidates are in agreement, and the Floyd County Party has voted unanimously to oppose this amendment. It's a wrong choice. We need to protect local control of our schools, and to do that you have to vote 1. There's no reason to create a new statewide bureaucracy to have these special charter schools. Any community, any school system that would like a charter school, they can do it through their county or city school system, and there are lots of them flourishing. Our county school system is all charter schools. We don't need this new agency. We don't need to spend 2.5 times per pupil for these special schools than they're sending to our traditional schools. Frankly, they've been, for the last 10 years, dramatically underfunding the state obligation to our schools. It's not it would be nice. They're violating their own laws by underfunding our local schools, and that makes local communities have to cut or increase property taxes.
You know, another question real quick. Georgia's known mainly as a red state, so to say, but if you look at the local elections, you've got 3 of 6 incumbents that are Democrats. Why do you think that is?
Because I think it's about who is looking after the needs of the local community, and I think there are good people on both sides of the aisle, if you will, and our local Democrats have done a good job fulfilling their roles that they have run for, and I look forward to the 3 of them easily getting reelected.
What is your honest prediction for the presidential race in the United States?
My honest prediction is it's going to be razor-thin margin. We may potentially have a situation like we had in 2000 where the popular vote goes one way and the electoral vote goes the other way. I, of course, expect that Barack Obama will eke out a narrow victory, hopefully in both the popular vote and the electoral vote, but I think it'll be close, very much down to the wire.